you'll get your goodies live and direct. Let's now take this musical video. You know, it's going to be launching my next guest on the show today. You know, what we do on Morning Ride is we ensure that we inform, we enlighten, we educate, and we entertain. So, well, we're bringing you another guest, another guest right after this. But let's take this musical video clip, and it's titled Happy Day. Oh, happy day.
Happy day, happy day, when Rastaman come home. Happy day, happy day, happy day, when Rastaman come home. From Cairo to Kingston, from Jamaica to Egypt, their children of one father were born by the same mother. Their people of one nation. We are citizens of Africa. Happy day, happy day, happy day, when Rastaman come home. Happy day, happy day, happy day, when Rastaman come home. Happy day, happy day, eh, happy day, happy day, eh, happy day. Happy day, eh, happy day. African woodman born in Jamaica. African woodman born in Jamaica. Taking to Africa in a big ship. Walk out as slave in a plantation. But right now the woodman come back to Africa. He come back to Africa with a good news. Happy on the slave come back to Africa with good news. From Jamaica to the black nation. Eh, happy day, happy day, eh, happy day, happy day, eh, happy day. Happy day, eh, happy day, happy day, eh, happy day, happy day, happy day, when Rastaman come home. Happy day, happy day, happy day, when Rastaman come home.
Okay, the title track is Gifted Rasta. It's still Morning Ride, and well, you heard me there talking, you know, to my guest, because I'm trying to, just like I was trying to wrap my brain around the goodies that the Star Times guys brought for us this morning. I'm also trying to wrap my brain around, you know, a computer programmer who is also into reggae music. But we'll find out all of that. Let's first make him welcome to the studios of Morning Ride this morning. Bayo Daramola, but popularly known as Captain Carpenter. Good morning,
Good
Captain
morning.
Carpenter.
Yeah,
How are you?
fine. Thank you very much.
Okay, first of all, I need to understand you.
Okay,
You're a computer programmer,
that's correct.
and now we saw you there doing Oh Happy Day, you know, reggae, you're into reggae music. How come about that? Where do the two merge?
Well, one thing is that both of them are the outcome of work and passion and interest. You want to do something meaningful, something good, something interesting. So if you want to do all of that, you want to do something good, interesting, useful, you know, computer programming offers it for you. So that's why I'm a computer programmer.
Okay.
In the same way, music also offers it. So that's why I'm a musician. And reggae in particular, that's why I'm a reggae artist.
Yes.
So that's how it is.
Okay. You've been into reggae for how long now?
Well, not talking about professionally, but as you know, because everything usually starts at the amateur level.
Yes.
Let me say I've been in reggae since 1984 as an
Okay.
undergraduate.
Okay.
You
And
know.
on the professional level?
At the professional level, let me say since 1998.
1998.
That was when I
So-
bought my first guitar.
Okay, so basically we're talking about 20 years here,
Yeah.
you know, that you've been in reggae music professionally.
That's correct.
Does this affect your day-to-day job as a computer, you know, programmer?
No, it doesn't. You know, the point is that usually, and that's how my own case still is, many people who come into music, they still maintain a daytime job. Especially if you don't have a sponsor, you don't, you know, that means you have to pay your way. with your earnings.
Okay.
So that's what the daytime job does. It's like it gives you a ladder to climb with. Then the music aspect, you know, the interest in music is there, but you must learn. You might be talented, but the talent has to be trained. You know, so it takes time, it takes endurance, it takes faith to mix the two
together.
So at one point in time, you discover that your personality is changing. You find that you can please yourself as well as please other people.
Okay. Now let me ask you, because you've been in music, in reggae music professionally for about 20 years.
Yeah.
And reggae music in particular, we know that reggae music, you know, in the 80s was, in the 70s and in the 80s was quite popular.
Yeah.
We had the, you know, even though the late Robert Nesta Marley passed on, but he passed on the torch to a lot of others like Peter Tosh, you know, and even on the Nigerian scene here we had Majek Bashek, we had the late Rubber Dub Master Raski Mono, we had Oritz Viliki and so much. But somehow in recent times it looks like the hip-hop music seemed to have overshadowed reggae. What's your take on this, first of all?
Well, the point is that it's not in Nigeria only. It's a worldwide phenomenon. And the only thing I can say is that reggae is going to bounce back. Ultimately. Because if you look at reggae as a genre of music, the target of reggae is the emancipation of black people around the world, politically, socially, economically, and in any other way. Now, because that has not yet happened, that is, black people around the world are
not emancipated yet.
Yes, which means the relevance of reggae is still intact. It just needs persons with the personality to express the spirit of the music as it is. Let me make a point.
Please do.
Yeah, if it was today that Bob Marley's One Love was released, it would be a hit.
Because he had the personality?
Yeah, he had the personality to push the concept. You know, he had the discipline, he had the charisma, he had the courage, and he had the stamina, the self-confidence, you know, the, how should I put it? You know, so one way or the other, we need new releases. It is new releases that keeps a music form in the public glare. We need artists, reggae artists, to come up with new releases. There are other factors, of course. You know, like sponsorship, like exposition, like talent shows, you know, for budding artists. But at the end of the day, too, is the passion of the person himself. And in reggae, if you listen to somebody like Asha, for instance, she's a reggae artist. Jailer Man, Mr. Jailer. So, but when it happens in pockets, it's not like when you have so many people who are doing it.
Yeah, and that's what gives, you know, cause for concern here, because it happens in pockets. So, as it's happening in pockets, is it, I mean, is it possible for reggae to still compete favorably with, you know, the likes of hip-hop, R&B?
Definitely. You know, what is required is a vanguard. There'll be an arrowhead. You see, because reggae started from Jamaica. And you know, black people in general are musically talented, you know. But many people cannot handle success. I've known many journalists on the international scene who vowed to never be interested in reggae again when Bob Marley died. Because Bob Marley, he took reggae as an evangelist.
Was reggae.
Yes. You know, but the discipline, the stamina, the staying power that he had, maybe I can only compare with our fella.
Our own great fella.
Our own great fella. So we need personalities like that. You know, because keeping a music in the public glare, a musical form in the public glare requires constant generation of new songs. There must be new songs, new releases.
And of course, I'm sure that is why we have Captain Carpenter also on the scene. How many, tracks or how many albums have you released so far?
This is my first album. I'm working on the second. This one, the title is Gifted.
Okay, and how many tracks do you have in it?
There are 6 tracks in it.
Okay.
But my second release is going to have 7 tracks. 4 of those tracks are done already.
Okay.
But the title track is not yet done. The title is When Eagles Fly.
When Eagles Fly. Wow. But for this particular one, the Gifted
Rasta. The Gifted, the album title is Gifted. The title track is Gifted Rasta.
Okay. Now for that particular album, Gifted, how well has it done? How well has it fared?
Well, let me see, one thing with me is that I'll be open. I'll confess. It's not yet a commercial success, but it will be.
Okay.
So all we've done so far are just promotional moves, promoting. And you know that the factors that bring about success in music, there are many. There was publicity, there's distribution, there's sales, there's I discovered that in some other countries, why they are so successful with their musical releases is because all the associated angles
come together, come to play to work.
They come to play to work. So that by the time an album is being released, people know about it and it's released so many centers.
Simultaneously.
Thank you. That's the word. Simultaneity.
Okay. Now let me ask, as we round off this discussion, in another 5-10 years, where do you see Gifted? Where do you see Captain Carpenter?
By that time, God will have already done what He wants to do. Because like I said, the target of reggae is the political, economic, social, psychological emancipation of black people wherever they are.
Wow.
And it is going to happen.
Okay. It is sure
by the
going
grace
to
of
happen.
God.
And we wish you the very best of luck.
Thank you, madam.
In your quest for stardom and all of that.
Okay.
Thank you very much, Captain Carpenter.
Yeah, what a
being
nice
part
time.
Of Morning Ride today.
Thank you very
well,
much.
we are doing our best to help promote, your works.
I can say that you're right.
Yes.
I really appreciate
we'll
this platform. It's a very fantastic platform.
Thank you
I've been made so welcome. I want to thank you and your people.
Thank you. Thank you so much for being a part of the show. All right, it's still Morning Ride, and I have been talking this morning with Captain Carpenter. He is somebody who is trying to retain, this music called reggae and the consciousness of you and I. Even though the likes of the Robert Dog Master, they're gone, reggae still lives with us, and their ideologies shall still remain with us. Let's take a quick break. When we come back, we have just about 1 or 2 items left for you. Please stay.